Hello and welcome to Talk of the Town, Carolinas. I'm your host, Patty Mercer. Today we're dropping by the biannual convention of the South Carolina Federation of Republican Women, which really is a big deal for Fort Mill. It's being hosted right here in the Marriott at Kingsley, and we're going to learn a little bit more about some of the local chapters, which, by the way, within South Carolina are 30 clubs of very dedicated women making a difference in the world today. Let's check it out. Oh, wow. Can you just feel the energy in the room? I am here with Christine Lekich, and she is a very important person this weekend for why this crowd is actually assembling. Tell me a little bit about you, Christine.
Well, my name's Christine Lekich. Several years ago in Tega, a lot of Republican women were looking to get together in a group, and so we connected with Peggy Upchurch, who's the current president of South Carolina Federation of Republican Women, and in 2019 Republican Women Rising was chartered, and I was the first president. I am now currently, having served 2 terms, the immediate past president of Republican Women Rising and the host coordinator for this particular event, which is the biennial convention of South Carolina Federation of Republican Women. And there are 30 clubs from across the state.
I mean, this is a lot of ladies.
Yes.
And this is beyond the TKK Republican Rising.
We're part of South Carolina Federation of Republican Women, which is part of National Federation of Republican Women, which is about 30,000 members strong, and the oldest grassroots organization in the country.
And here you are in Fort Mill, South Carolina. We're at the Marriott here in Kingsley.
Yes.
How did this come to be? That's a lot of invitations, number one, to send out. But how did you select the location for this biannual event?
Well, one of our periodically during the year, we gather for conferences, and at one of those conferences, we submitted a proposal. Anyone who wanted to host this convention submitted a proposal which was presented to the executive committee and the board of directors and the general membership of South Carolina Federation of Republican Women. And those women voted based on the proposals where the biennial convention would take place. And York County was one.
Oh, really?
Yes,
what were a couple of the other?
Hilton Head, there was Hilton Head location, so
it's a big get.
It is a big get, and it's the first time ever that it's been held in York County. So, and there's 3 host clubs. There are 3 York County Republican Women's Clubs, Republican Women Rising, York County Republican Women, and Clover Lake Wiley Republican Women. So
throughout the state. And you've had many speakers come and talk to all of you.
Yes.
Tell me a couple.
Well, right now we're about to go in and listen to Congressman Ralph Norman, who I'm sure is going to be filling us in with what's going on in D.C. right at the moment. We have our keynote speaker for this evening is Congressman Kat Kamak from the Florida Congresswoman. With her she's either the youngest or the second to youngest woman in Congress at the age of 35. She'll be speaking to us this evening.
Tell me about what, as the president, what does a day in the life of Peggy Upchurch look like?
But we have made an incredible amount of phone calls and campaign calls. We have knocked on doors. Duke Buckner, we endorsed him for the 6th Congressional District. Brought in 3 new clubs this year. Our women are absolutely incredible across the state.
I can believe that. When women get together and with a purpose, you make things happen.
We make things happen.
There's so much that is not really understood when it comes to policy and legislation, and you really bring it to a grassroots level throughout South Carolina through individual clubs.
And each one of our club presidents are involved in community activities, be they veterans affairs or education or a wide range of subjects. But we provide a platform for the community citizens, but for our members. We bring in speakers that will discuss policy, what's going on in Columbia, what's going on in Washington, Palmetto, Family Palmetto, Alliance Defending America. All of those organizations are speakers that come into the Republican women's clubs across the state. They then spread, our members then can go out and spread that message. Plus, in the meantime, we are giving community support.
In the meantime.
In the meantime.
That's amazing. You're like super women. But, going straight to the source really puts the emphasis on truth and speaking together among different women. You vet it out. You kick it around. You understand from a lot of different vantage points policy.
Absolutely.
Going forward.
We understand policy, and it's a community of conservative women, and conservative women like to talk. We come from, we do like to discuss. There's nothing more fun to getting together with 5 or 6 Republican women and start to discuss the budget or the border. It gets us fired up and gets us moving and gets us active and out.
What amazes me is you've got big stuff, but you've also got the things that are going to impact people in a personal way, family members, children.
Right.
One of the causes being vaping. I did not expect to hear that when I walked in the door.
I know. And it's hard to keep up actually with what's happening currently in the country and the world. Subjects that we're addressing, issues that we're addressing, that who would ever think we'd be talking about transgendering children, for example. I mean, we do get into the deep serious stuff as well, not just politics. I mean, it's all been made politics, but policy. And so we try to keep our members abreast of all of the bills that are passing on a state level, certainly, and we encourage and get out the vote for local, like municipal elections that are going on right now.
Every vote matters.
Every single one, especially locally. The longer I'm in this, I realize where we really have the most impact and the most power is at the local level. So when people say their vote doesn't count, it absolutely does. I mean, we have votes where it's been decided by one single vote.
Yeah.
So it absolutely does count. So please, everyone come out and vote. We have the municipal elections coming up on November 7th. So please, please vote. It really makes a difference.
That is fantastic. So are you on Facebook? I mean, can we do a search?
Yeah, absolutely. Republican Women Rising. If you do a search for that, you will find us on Facebook, and we have our contact information there.
Fantastic. Well, that's it for this edition of Talk of the Town, Carolinas. We hope that you learned something. Most importantly, get out and vote. Because if you don't vote, you can't complain. Until next time, I'm Patty Mercer. Bye-bye.